Welcome, Angelo.
Ready? Takes a little bit for the projector to, okay, all good now. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, first of all, welcome and thank you for attending tonight's presentation. And thank you once again, VP, for letting me do this. Kind of like holding up the entire meeting. No prepared speeches, I really feel bad about it. So, yeah, I'm really excited about Pathways. I don't know about you, but let me ask you, how many of you do not know much about Pathways?
I know something.
Okay, so, yep. Great, so hopefully, yeah, it's okay, so you come to the right place. So hopefully by the end of this session, you'll have a better understanding about Pathways, as well as a better impression or about the coming of Pathways, a better reception. So my name is Anthony Cheong, and I'm really lucky and honored to have the opportunity to serve all of you as a Pathways guide. So my role is to really promote Pathways and answer your questions, help you with any questions regarding Pathways, so to make sure everything runs smoothly when Pathways finally rolls out. And tonight's material was prepared by Molly, DTM. She's the Pathways Guide Coordinator, my boss. And yeah, obviously I'm doing the presentation, so hopefully, yeah, I can get something out of it, and you can get something out of the presentation as well. So for those who know me well, they know me, I'm not the kind of overachiever. So that's why tonight's agenda is really simple, with 4 main parts. The first part is to explain a little bit more about Pathways and to tell you about the timeline of the rollout. I would also recommend you 2 paths for you to consider. So I will then move on to show you how to log on to the TI website. So that's the only way for you to begin your journey in Pathways. And I will talk about a little bit more about Basecamp. Basecamp is the online portal in Pathways. And then next I will discuss with you as a member what should we do, what we should do to prepare the coming of Pathway. Where should we go? Should we stay on the original, traditional track, or should we move on? And finally is the Q&A session. So everything will be around 45 minutes. I hope I don't overtime. Otherwise, the timer is going to kill me. Okay, so first of all, I would like to show you a video. If Sandy is here, she would probably say that a propaganda video, but
Welcome to the Toastmasters Pathways learning experience, an exciting, flexible, and interactive way to develop your skills and help others in your club develop theirs. Building on Dr. Smedley's original vision and Toastmasters' core competencies, Pathways upholds the club experience while offering new, revitalized educational content that helps you learn communication and leadership skills that address real-world scenarios. Pathways expands on the current education and leadership tracks by offering more than 300 competencies across 59 projects. These projects are divided into 10 specialized learning paths that allow you to tailor your experience to fit your needs and your pace. All of this content is available online, allowing you to learn anytime, anywhere, from your computer, laptop, or tablet through Basecamp. Basecamp is the place where you'll find all of the materials for your learning experience, along with tools for your journey. In Basecamp, you'll be able to share feedback with fellow club members, view badges you've earned, access and save digital speech evaluations, and more. When you first begin Pathways, you'll take an online assessment that will recommend the path that's right for you. You'll be able to access your path from your education transcript in Basecamp, where you can view and complete projects. New elective projects, such as write a compelling blog and manage projects successfully, allow you to tailor your learning to meet your interests. Projects in Basecamp include a variety of interactive elements, including questionnaires, quizzes, menus, and expandable content. Educational videos model skills and provide demonstrations of the concepts you are learning. For example, Prepare for an Interview shows effective and ineffective interview techniques. Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring demonstrates the difference between coaching and mentoring. And Manage Online Meetings provides the best practices and strategies for holding a webinar or another type of online meeting. As you can see, Pathways represents an exciting paradigm shift that brings with it many new learning opportunities. What's more, Pathways will feel familiar to you because it maintains the things you love about Toastmasters, including your club experience. Pathways is coming to your club soon. Visit toastmasters.org/pathways to learn more.
Okay, sorry about the technical difficulties just now. So, just now it says Pathways is coming soon. So how soon is it going to be? So it's real soon.
Tomorrow.
You wish. I wish. I'm really excited. So our district will officially roll out Pathways next month on April 24th. So about 2 weeks prior to the rollout, every member will receive an email from TI headquarters promoting Pathways. And then on the day of the launch, the member will receive another email telling them, okay, Pathways is available. And that's a link on the email where the member can click on the link and then begin the Pathway journey. And also one more thing on that day, so after April 24th, any new member who joins this club will need to use Pathway systems. So they are no longer entitled to do the CC or CL projects. So VPEs or president, you have about a month's time to learn everything about Pathways because you need to serve the new members or any members who adopt the new system. And then, okay, what about existing members? What should we do? So we obviously understand that each of us has our own agenda, our own goals. Maybe I would like to pursue my CC title. I would like to pursue my ACG or even DTM title. So we understand that, so that's why there will be a transition period of about 2 years. So beginning April 24th, Pathways will run in parallel with the traditional program, all the way until June 30th, 2020. So after June 2020, the traditional program will officially become obsolete. So any member who still hasn't adopted Pathways will need to make the switch at that time. So the reason why the new program is named Pathways is because everything revolves around paths. So we really put the emphasis on different paths. There are 10 paths available. So each path, you can consider that as maybe a major in college where the students can take. And each path really leads to some skill set and competencies the member can learn from. For example, dynamic leadership, effective coaching, innovative planning, and more. So, okay, so some member would ask, okay, I know you have 10 paths, but I don't really know much about it. I don't know what I want. And obviously I'm really indecisive, so what should I do? First, I'll be recommending 2 paths for you to consider. These 2 paths will suit most members. And second, there will be an assessment on the online portal. We call it Basecamp. So the member can take questions, answer a series of questions, and then the system will recommend a path that suits the member. So that's really based on the member's learning needs and interests. And one more thing is, there's a documentation that outlines everything in detail about all these 10 paths, what their respective projects are, so you get a better understanding of what you can learn on each path. And also, for Pathways, members can choose to use the online system, we call it Basecamp, or members can choose to use the printed materials. So we strongly recommend everybody to choose the online portal. For one, is because at this moment, all 10 paths are available in English, Chinese, including traditional Chinese, simplified Chinese, Japanese, Korean, other languages like French and Portuguese. But language options are really limited with printed material. So if you choose the online portal, you get to choose different languages. Okay, so under the traditional program, the current program, so we have the communicator track, we have the leadership track, right? That's why we have the CC menu and the CL menu. Sometimes a member will ask, okay, which project should I do? Should I do projects on the CL menu first or CC menu first? Under Pathways, you no longer need to worry about which to take, because each path would contain elements from both the communication track and the leadership track. And then there are 5 levels on each level, each path. Yeah. So from level 1, the beginner level, all the way to level 5, the expert level. So a member who traverses and finish all the way up until level 5 will have the proficiency of the skill set and competencies that the member chose to learn. So that's really good. And then there are altogether 14 projects each path, including some required projects and elective projects. Kind of like what we do in college. We get to take the courses we like. So that really suits your needs. And then one more thing to mention is each path under level 1 will be exactly the same. So we have icebreaker project, evaluation and feedback project. These projects will appear in every single path. But projects for level 2 to level 5 will differ depending on the path you choose. And the basic requirement for DTM is the completion of 2 separate paths. And I will explain more about the DTM requirement. So DTM, I know there are some members who join Toastmasters and then they really have a clear picture and clear goal in mind is to become a DTM, because DTM is the highest recognition in Toastmasters. But I also know there are some members who don't really care about the titles. They really value and enjoy, the process, what they can learn. So it's okay, either type of members. But one thing I want to bring out is the completion of even one path is already a really significant achievement. But of course, if a certain member is really ambitious, they can go for the DTM title. So once again, the requirement is 2 separate paths. In addition to that, like club sponsorship, club mentorship, some district leadership credit, and then DTM projects. So all the other things are the same as the traditional program. So what's different is instead of needing to take 10 CC projects and then finishing up the CL menu and another 30 AC projects, instead of all of this, a member just needs to take 2 paths and finish the 2 paths. So altogether it's just 28 projects. So it's going to be a lot faster. So online or print. So we have the online system Basecamp, and we also have the printed material. So I can't stress enough how much we would recommend you to use the online system. So as the current member, when Pathways launches, you will be entitled to 1 free path. And for members who have membership of more than 1 club, that member will have at most 2 free paths. That means even if a member has membership of 3 or 4 clubs, at most a member can only have 2 free paths. And then the additional path can be purchased for $20 US for online material, and or $45 US for printed material. So that's another reason you would like to use the online system. Now I would like to recommend some paths for you. The first path we would like to recommend is the innovative planning. This path is suitable for most members at work, because you can see we get to learn about how to present a proposal properly at level 3, and then we get to learn about how to manage projects successfully as well. And this is also the path that the assessment system recommended me to take. So this is the one I'm going for. So another path I want to recommend is presentation mastery. This path is suitable for students or anyone who really loves public speaking, because you get to learn the skills of persuasive speaking and also managing difficult audience. And also, you can learn a lot of the skills that we need nowadays, like how to do podcasting, how to do blogging, how to run a web conference or a webinar, things like that, how to do Facebook Live. So these are the skills that we really need right now. So really interesting. I think a lot of people will like this as well. And now, okay, let's talk about logging into Pathways. So the only way to log into Pathways is to log onto the TI website. So may I ask, how many of you has not been to the TI website before, ever? No? Yep.
I have.
Okay, great. So if you haven't, you can point a camera on the QR code and try to log in. So Calvin, you've been to the website. Can you tell me how can you log in? Use it with what?
By my email.
Email, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, very right. So you can use your username, which everybody doesn't know. You can also use your member number, member ID, where you can find on the publication that gets sent to you every month. But the easiest way to log into this website is to use your email address. But which email? I have 10 email addresses. So which one do you use? So you need to use the one that you originally submitted to your VPE when you first joined Toastmasters. So if you don't know which one, which email you use, or if you no longer have access to that email, you can approach your VPE and get your email address updated. So your VPE can go to Club Central to get things updated. So the reason why you need a current email address is the only way to retrieve your password is to use the Find My Password function, and then the password reset email will be sent to your mailbox. So you need a working email address to retrieve that. Okay, so once you log into Toastmasters, when you choose Pathways, you will be brought to this page. There are 3 parts on this page. First, on the left, is Navigator. Navigator is a document. It's kind of like a help menu, which explains a lot about Pathways. And most importantly, it details a lot of how we usually run a meeting. So it explains the role of Toastmaster, the role of timer, grammarian, general evaluator, things like that. So I think it is a really valuable documentation for guests and for new members. So it's kind of like the orientation package. So and the part in the middle is the assessment. So if you go there, you take the test and answer a few questions, and the system will recommend a path that's suitable for you. And the part on the right is the Basecamp login. So you have to log in again into Basecamp. So under Basecamp, you can find all the materials. There are a lot of video tutorials which help you do projects, navigate Pathways. You can also see your progress in Pathways. So how many projects you've done, and how many more projects you have to do, what level are you at. You can also give feedback to other people online. And a lot of people would ask, okay, so when Pathways finally comes, can I start doing projects in Pathway? And at the same time, can I do projects on the traditional program? The answer is yes. And it's really recommended because you heard me hard selling about Pathways. But let me tell you, don't take my word for it. So, but what I really want to ask of you is to at least try one project in Pathways. So see for yourself, get a feel of how Pathways can help you. It's really a guided process, so it kind of guides you every step of the way on how to do a project. So I hope you can learn a little bit more about the project. Even though it's an icebreaker project, I believe most of you already did that. But if you redo it, get a feel of how Pathway can help you. And also one more thing, with the counting of Pathway, it's kind of like resetting, getting the starting line reset. So what I mean is, no matter if you are a seasoned Toastmaster or if you are a new member, now you have the starting line, right? So whoever jump on to the pathway journey will go a lot further and faster.
Yes.
Yes.
Does it mean that before 2020, I can switch between pathway and OPAP? So
Yes.
So I can do two pathways and go back if they want to, if they so want to.
Yes, you can do it
It's not really recommended.
maybe at some point you'll find that there's really no point for you to stay on the traditional program. So, but it's really up to you, up to your own pace. Only when you're ready. But what I'm saying is, the sooner you get on to pathway, the further you're going to go, because that will be the system to go in the long run. And also, because of this, the first 3 members who completed the first project would get this limited edition pathway pin. So you can wear that and brag about being an early adopter. So I always want to be an early adopter. Like I got my iPhone on the first day of launch and things like that. So you can brag about doing that. Okay, so once you log onto Pathways, there are a few things you can do. On the left side is navigating Basecamp. So under there are a lot of video tutorials to teach you how to navigate around, how to use Basecamp basically. And then the next button is My Education Transcript. So inside it, you can track your progress. You can see the upcoming projects you have to do. And then another thing that I want you to know about is speech evaluations. So members can go inside and find the evaluation form of your project, and then you can either print it out as a hard copy and give it to your evaluator. So after your evaluator finishes it, you collect that and then either take a picture or scan it and then get it uploaded to the system. Or you can basically just send out the PDF file to your evaluator. Your evaluator can do the evaluation on the phone, can modify the PDF file on the fly, and then send it back to you. I tried that, it works. So it's one of those PDF that you can edit the content. And then let me show you this a little bit later. One thing I want to show you is, after the evaluator finishes the PDF file, you can upload that on ePortfolio, and that's some document folder. It's kind of like a cloud drive. You can save reference document or your evaluation there.
Is the evaluator doing that, or is
the member can do that, but
the one who's being evaluated?
Yeah, the speaker.
Okay.
Yep, the evaluator may email the PDF file back to the speaker. The speaker can upload that. So, good question though, because I want to bring out one thing. So, one thing to note is that whether the speaker uploads the evaluation to the system or not doesn't really matter. So, it's optional. It doesn't affect you to get the credit of that project. It's more for your reference. Yeah. So you can look back and, at your evaluation so you can improve. So it's more for the speaker's reference. So it's not needed. Okay, now I want to show you the system on Basecamp. I have to log in again. Okay, hopefully it works. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm I work with IT, so once again, there are 3 parts. It's just that my computer screen is so small. Same 3, choose your path as the assessment, and then this is to log into Basecamp, and this is a navigator document. So now I log in as a pathway guy because pathway is not available yet. I can log in as a member. Takes a while. Like when you see on the video, like people can actually use the iPad to do that. So it's going to be really easy later on. So what I want to show you is speech evaluations. So for example, I'm going to do the we have a new member, right? So sooner or later, that member needs to do the icebreaker speech. So how about let me find the icebreaker evaluation form. And I launch it. So there have been a pretty big overhaul on the evaluation form as well. as you can see, it's a lot more informative, and it really helps the evaluator how to do the evaluation. It has a lot of criteria for the evaluator, like watch for clarity, point system there, focal variety, things like that. So everything is a guided process, even for the evaluator. So I think it's a really good change there. Okay, so now, as an existing member, so where am I going to go? What am I going to do? So first of all, you can, even though Pathways has not launched yet, you can still go to Toastmasters website, go under Pathway, learn more, and you can try the icebreaker speech by scrolling all the way down, and you can see the break the ice button. So notice there's one new member here. I actually recommend a new member to jump onto Pathway immediately, but it's because Pathway is still not available. What you can do is go here, click break the ice, and then follow the instructions step by step. So that's exactly the Pathway experience. And when Pathways launches, after you chose your path, and then you can go to your VP, and the VP can request TI to give you credit for this project in Pathways. So you can still do that. You don't have to wait until April to do the first project. So this is what I really recommend you to do. And now I want to recommend some members what to do. So you don't exactly need to follow that at your own pace, but this is our recommendation. So for any members who are working on CC manual project between project 1 and project 5, when Pathways launches, I actually recommend them to switch to Pathways. The reason being, the first level of recognition in Pathways is only 3 projects away. So instead of needing to do 10 projects to get your first CC title, you actually just need 3 projects to reach your first level, and that's 1 recognition. And for members who are doing projects 6 to project 9, then I think they can still finish the CC, get the CC title, and then switch to Pathways when Pathways becomes available. And what about people like me working on AC projects, but they don't have the time or they don't have any plan to be a DTM by June 2020? Then I also recommend those members to switch to Pathways immediately. If you are stuck in the AC project, instead of lingering in the soon-to-be obsolete program, why not try a new path and try the new system? Let me share with you my own story. Maybe you can find some commonalities. So I've been a Toastmaster for 8 years, and then I got my CC title on the first year, and I also got my CL title a few months later afterwards. And then, can you guess what other achievement I've made since CC and CL? None. None. So, yeah, so I basically achieved nothing for the past 6 or 7 years in Toastmasters. So I used to be really diligent on doing projects, and right after I got my CC title, I quickly jumped onto working on AC projects. So I finished project 1 on 1 manual, project 2, but then I found out I couldn't go on. I didn't know what to do because, wow, it's a really difficult project. Then I switched to another AC manual. So I also worked for maybe 1 or 2 projects, and then I got stuck again. Then I switched to another project. So time after time, and then I gradually lost any interest in doing any more projects. So in hindsight, I kind of know about why this happened. I remember I was doing one project, and the requirement is for me to reenact a press conference to address and to explain to the public about some controversial issue. At the time, I was like, I'm not a PR person for my company, nor am I a spokesperson for my company. So how often do I need to do this? And then I really couldn't think of anything to do the project. So what I gradually understand is that the traditional program was designed decades ago, and then there hasn't really been any changes. So honestly, the system is a little bit dated, and then sometimes some projects are kind of out of touch. And on the contrary, the projects in Pathways, they are designed recently. So they are actually a result of members' comments. Yeah, I believe there are a lot of members who voice out their opinions, and then everything was designed and it kind of really, closer to what we need at work, daily life. So it's more relevant to the real world scenario we're living in. So hopefully, with the introduction of Pathways, member can really learn the things that they want, because it's really a tailored experience. It's tailored to the members' taste. And because of this, I hope members can learn things, and then they can kind of rekindle the passion for Toastmasters once again. And I'm really hopeful that Pathways can also help on members' retention. And yeah, I really hope it's going to be a positive change to Toastmasters. I'm not done yet. A few more slides. So support structure. So every region, city points, you can see there's one pathway guide. For example, we have Eva in Chongqing, we have Alice in Hong Kong, and obviously me from Macau. So we Pathways guys are supported by Molly, Pathways guide coordinator, but what we do is to support the region. So for example, I'm the Pathways guide from Macau, then I will be supporting all the VPEs in Macau. And then the VPEs will support the respective members. So for example, if the members have any questions on Pathways, the members can go to the VPEs, and then once in a while, the VPE will collect a number of questions, and then I will work with the VPEs to address these questions. And even though if I can't answer the VPE's question on the spot, I will have resources so that I can answer the questions. So lastly, some more documentation. If you go to our district website, it's d89toastmasters.org. Under Members Corner, let me show you right here. I have that pulled up already. This is our district website. So under Members Corner, you just need to scroll all the way down to Pathways. So under here, you can find all the documentation, the letter to TI to request the second path, detailed explanation of all 10 paths, what are the projects, and also new member orientation. So how can new member be oriented? You can find all this information there. So it's a really good resource for the VP as well. And then, so I think, before concluding my presentation, I have another video, propaganda video to show you before going to the Q&A session.
What I like best about Pathways is the fact that it's much more customized to what you may want to get out of Toastmasters, what your goals are.
It's basically Toastmasters updated.
The base camp is like having a personal coach. It guides you through the journey of Pathways and tells you the next steps.
One of the things I liked about Basecamp is that I can tell where I am in my journey and continue at the next step. I know exactly where I am.
I've used it on a computer, I've used it on a tablet, I've used it on a phone.
It's really cool that we're able to go on to Basecamp and take a quiz that determines what path best suits our needs.
One of the most surprising things about the assessment is that it gave me more awareness about what exactly I was looking for.
The questions were very introspective.
And the assessment was very intuitive.
Taking the assessment helped me really put a finger on my goals.
These paths are going to aid me in a more specific way than the previous programs did.
The path that I chose really gave me the step-to-step roadmap into achieving my goals.
There are 10 different paths. It's amazing how much opportunity there is for the future.
Pathways has led me to a whole new level.
I'm really appreciative that Toastmasters has this new, exciting format. After decades of having an old format, we are now up to date and we can determine which path best suits the individual.
Teaching parts. Now we are Q&A. So, any questions? Yes.
Hey Anthony, I do share your feelings because I got the same experience before. I've been staying in Toastmasters for years and I have completed 3 times CC projects.
Oh.
And then I complete another 5 projects for the ACE level, and then finally I got stuck because it's so difficult. I will give you an example. Is one of the projects like this, you are the host of a press conference when there is a tragedy, like the airline crash, and you are going to pretend you are the host to conquer the difficulty. There are lots of victims and victims' family too. So things like that is so difficult. So right now I got no much involvement for these few years. But my question to you is, I really got interest to switch to the pathway for like the green collar. I mean, for those AC level people. So is there a guideline or a comparison list? So for what kind of qualification of the existing member that is qualified to switch back to the pathway and on what level?
Okay. Very good question. So first of all, pathways is also self-paced and it's the same as all the other Toastmaster projects. One thing is when you switch to pathways, the reason why how can I say this? It's really a paradigm change, as mentioned on one of the videos. That's why you can't change the credit one for one because it's so different. For example, we get to learn how to do blogging. So you can't really have any project to exchange the credit for it. But that's why if you were to switch to pathways, you kind of need to go from the start and start from the beginning, start the journey, and then move yourself up that way. So I think it's a different experience. So I don't mind doing the icebreaker project again because I think it's kind of like going back home and then after like maybe 8 years of being a Toastmaster, how would you do an icebreaker speech again? So obviously you have you already learned some technique. I think it's a good experience to do that again. But I promise you a lot of the projects will be different than what we used to have. So it's going to be a new experience for you. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Yes. You mentioned that during the advanced, you jump from an advanced menu from one menu to another menu. In pathway, can we also jump?
Okay. So there are 10 paths for you to do, right? And then under each path, there will be similar projects or even same projects. And then there are also projects that are elective. So for example, I took this path for coaching, for management. I can also choose one particular project that I like as elective. So you would come across the things that you all really like. But as to either one is interchangeable, it's not going to be like that. So if you were to switch paths, you have to, first of all, you have to purchase another path and you have to go again. So one more thing is, if you want to run the DTM project, you cannot take the same path twice and fulfill that. You have to take different paths. The only way you can retake your path is after you earn the DTM title. If you do another DTM, then you can take the same path. So, I hope that answers your question.